Ajeta National Cathedral bruhaha no ebi kika womochimonka highway no say that shall not touch the anointed. But Solomon yo chirema bottle nankasa anointing oil no kuragumu no obebo no.
We will touch your anointing because this is how anointing is. That is a very bad anointing that we have to touch because some anointings are very bad.
Touch not my anointed.
Who are the anointed? We
do my prophet no harm.
These are not prophets.
Asama ekese National Cathedral sika hu sansam na mo betire mu say edru $97 million no ebusua to komansa because foforo abebom a we dia sane no makeka kono na je say wo kekambo mu a enenam 150 something million o ei alan ko betire maten the boy Solomon Owusu or the semia tudwa nana dodankwa Akufo Addo wonya miss call nana jantoa ono so akasa metumebo na mesa ni nsemu masrawa sa wo be share video we na wo be kire wadwen amam your comment section or one subscribe ya masrawa so be subscribe to Trends GH on YouTube, Facebook and TikTok bibia air Trends GH. So Andra and a Minister for Government Communication Felix Fosukwache ono de oba abonti be kire mu se National Cathedral sika won sansama sika akom so far no $97 million ho amona na ede ho no na adienti ameka say that $97 million ebusua sa sika no ebe change ne say Minister for Government Communication Felix Ofosukwachi kiremu a se baby a omoye so mobosi National Cathedral no na amanfo dan na ade e wo ho so amanfo properties a aban no den time no ebubu no that $97 million no enka ho afiansa yesia be compensate those people no nti afiansa yesia kopa ehuska o ye kopa sa compensation so huska ama those people because na judges for dan wo ho eye companies bi so omo properties wo ho even eden atenten wo ho e one de omo bu ni nyina se adan a omo de be National Cathedral and Penia Felix Ofosukwache de abetu bia no sika san na that compensation no kra no e be kose.
First of all, this Deloitte and Touche report was not commissioned by the government of Ghana. So when I speak about forensic audit, there are some who have said, oh, if government has commissioned audit already, why do you want another forensic audit? No. This was commissioned by the National Secretariat, the National Cathedral Secretariat itself.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
And Mr. Akufo, so
yes.
I'll start with you on this for that reason. This figure doesn't include the compensation and the resettling of, for instance, the passport office.
No.
The scholarship secretariat, the Mali embassy, the Malian ambassador's residence. We had also COMSIS, a private firm, and then also we had a real estate developer who even took government to court at some point. Also had their offices demolished. We had the deputy Shraj boss also having the residence demolished at the same location, and some 11 judges. Residents also demolished. All of that cost of resettling these people and companies has not been added to the $97 million. No.
15.73 acres of land, which will run into tens of millions of dollars if you were to sell it on the open market. The indication is that if you add those, then it will mean that the outstanding payment will be another $58 million if you add those. To put it in perspective, $97 million is $3 million more than the amount it cost to construct the Pokwase interchange. So you can compare the Pokwase interchange to what you have here on your screen to see whether it is money well spent. $97 million is also almost half of what was used to build the University of Ghana Medical Center. So you can look at that edifice, half of it, and compare it to what you have here and see whether it is the best use we could have put our money to.
So compensation of crown another $58 million per estimation of what they are so hono. Hey, Radiagopo. So I'm gonna need the hono. Ushama Ekeko 180. Na eba National Cathedral who ensensemu ya. Eno na Alan Kojochira Maten the boy. Solomon Owusu ochem say. Gumbe no superment and asofu ni bi beji wo Ghana ha no. Enya asam ketua. Na ochema His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo Addo Ghana man penida da. Debe pa and a certain president John Dramani Mahama one attorney general omo first so e wona Nana Addo Akufo Addo akachi.
In this country, people steal in the name of religion. They steal, they do all manner of nasty things using the name of either God or Allah. That you recently heard, Wallahi, Wallahi. These are some of the things you must be prevented. They go there, they quote Matthew, they quote Nehemiah. Interestingly, this report has Nehemiah Group, remember? And let me say something about the Nehemiah Group. Whereas the government, in one aspect, whereas the government was saying that it owed Nehemiah Group almost $1 million, more than $1 million, Nehemiah Group was saying we were owed $155,000. You see, in most of the cases, whereas the vendors were saying we were owed less, the National Cathedral, they were saying that we owe them more. Yes. Because in the case of Ajay says you have paid me 117 million. The secretariat was saying, oh, we only paid 113 million. But you know, the office of the special prosecutor at one point invited former President John Mahama and questioned him. This is an opportunity for this administration to also question Nana Akufo Addo. You know why?
Lie.
Because he paid. In one of the responses, they started making payments way ahead of even signing agreement. Yeah. And when the secretariat, they were asked, they said, oh, we didn't know anything about it. This one, it was His Excellency.
That's what the secretariat said.
That's what the secretariat said. In their response to the president, but they mentioned Nana Akufo Addo's name, that he engaged them and started paying so they can go and find out from him. So they have given you a clue that go and find out from him. And let us know whether or not he had that power to do what he did. I totally disagree with anybody that would say that we should go ahead with this cathedral business.
You disagree?
I disagree.
Dr. In fact, thinks otherwise.
In the next 10 years, if my administration, my candidate was in power, what we would have done was to have a very big billboard by the site and write how not to govern the country. That site. So that it will serve as a guide to future leaders of this country. Who will do that? If we are going to add even the value of the land, plus the demolition to the $97 million, you will be running into $200 million without nothing. And he says it's a good project. Look, the National Cathedral, they claim to have collected close to 40 million through mobile money. When Deloitte and Tooth went through, almost close to 39 million were reverse monies, Momo. That's why it couldn't go through. Meanwhile, you had accounted for, what do you call it, 40 million.
So how come?
Yes, I said people are stealing and doing all manner of things in the name of God. We are unable to tell them in this country. We must confront them. When we confront people, they say we shouldn't touch the anointing. We will touch your anointing. Because if this is how anointing is, that is a very bad anointing. Are you with me?
You are touching the anointed?
We have to touch because some anointings are very bad.
Touch not my anointed.
Who are the anointed?
Do my prophet no
these are not prophets.
Really?
When people, you are claiming that when we go to Rome, you will see what? Cathedrals. Are people in Rome sleeping on their belly or, sleeping on their belly to go to school or to write? Go and see the roads that we ply on. 97 million. The contractor between Amasaman and Sawam, he is demanding $45 million. Is that not the case? We have used 97 million to sink a hole. Is it not pathetic? And this is a party that is telling you that we should give them an opportunity to come and lead us so that they can further dig holes. That will not happen. We must not allow that. It's pathetic. But you see, on the basis of the management letters alone, without any forensic audit, it is enough to indict a lot of people. People must be lined up and prosecuted.
Based on this?
Based on, is enough. What I read and what is in their responses to the auditor, so pathetic. They didn't have answers to almost all the questions or issues that were raised. They were running away. We are in this country, even Bangu and Fufu, we haven't finished it. We are going to cook Jewish foods in a cathedral. What is that going to do to us?
That's continental.
Continental. Alfredo. So our embassy and Bangu is not good enough. Something that you have eaten since infancy. Grown with it, all of a sudden, you have gotten anointed. So you must depart from what brought you up. All right, let me end it here and then see what
you want is that in the end, you want prosecution and retrieval of our money.
It has to happen. I have set time with that number. That the number of people that must face prosecution, the monies are in people's pockets. They are flaunting it in our faces. They are walking about with it. We know them. They also know us. We know where they came from and what they have today. Lifestyle audit alone will identify or determine all these issues. And all of us will be free. So this National Cathedral, now that we are going to go into it, it will be a beautiful scene for all of us. You get my point? Someone borrows money to the cathedral. He says it's a soft loan. Which soft loan do you pay back within 7 days? How can a soft I give you money, I say it's a soft loan. It means I'm going to give you in ample time to pay. Maybe without interest. He gave the money within 7 days, he took it back. Without documentation. If he was running his own business, would he do that? And when we say they will begin, they want to pray against us. That prayer will never work. Because that child in my village who hasn't eaten, you are using our monies anyhow, and you say, Here Baba. It's not good enough. It's a sad situation.
No, but the trustees, they were very clear. They've been consistent that they would not, in their view, this site must be used for the project of the cathedral and nothing else.
If you go and ask them again, they will tell you that they don't want to even talk about the national cathedral. This was a cathedral that had our revered ministers run away from it before it was even dissolved. Remember, Otabo left. Remember, Duncan Williams left. Why were they leaving? That Howard Mills had left. Why were they leaving? It's not good. I mean, nobody can be proud of what they have done. Even the former president will not be proud of it.
Akufo Addo?
He will not. This thing, it is enough not to allow MPP to come to power again. I'm telling you.
This cathedral?
It's enough. It's enough.
You do know that as I speak to you, even though the site has been abandoned, every day we incur costs.
Can you imagine?
The contract was so lopsided. And you know why? Because they have cranes and other equipment there.
Can you imagine?
They rented it. So the person they rented it from must be paid. But to the extent that it remains on that site, every day we pay. That's why the president has asked that the Attorney General takes lawful steps to terminate that contract. Because it's lopsided. Completely not in our interest.
Those that wanted to do propaganda. When I saw our brothers from the other side start making noise that people have been vindicated, I said, so are you proud that you have this hole with this magnitude? Initially, I thought it was even $58 million. That was what I was running with. Until the minister's expose.
Of 97 million.
Maybe you have to do further check. There could be other hidden costs that you don't know. Because it was free for all. Free for all. And in this country, we are afraid to confront people that go by this cassock and stuff. We are afraid. We are all of us. They have been able to put us into our place. That, hey, when you speak against them, you are demonic. But it doesn't work like that. This is taxpayers' money. We need money to do a lot of developmental works.
Gumbe, Supermet, any Gumbelicious, we are Solomon Owusu, or the success of Hono, and on a Kwame Jantua, no so the Chem say. Also, Otier in some of Solomon to Ghana. Also, on some count. Nanado Damqua Akufo Addo, when you miss call.
The Constitutional Review Committee should make sure they do what? They take out immunity for our presidents so that they can answer to some of these things that they do. If I had my own way, if I had my own way, the immunity of President Akufo Addo is for how many years?
After 3 years.
Yeah, Article 57.
We either waive that immunity or wait for the 3 years and question him.
No, it's
It has to be
counting
done
now.
3 years
It
from the
started
time he was
counting.
office.
3 years
So,
from
yeah.
Let's waive it.
So from now to 3 years,
Let's waive it.
you can do anything. Yeah.
You know why we should waive it? This land that we see there is causing financial loss to the state.
Right. You want the...
They should waive President Akufo Addo's immunity so that
No, now he doesn't have immunity now.
Well, he doesn't have it now.
No, up until 3 years, he
Up
doesn't have
until-
immunity, yes. He gets immunity after
after
3 years.
the 3 years.
So now we can question him.
Yes, you can be questioned.
Call him and question him. Because this went to cabinet. President Baumia is doing what?
That is only an assumption, though, that he went to cabinet.
Whatever
There's
the
no
case
proof of
is,
it.
whatever the case is, I'm sure he didn't take decisions on his own. Look, this particular project started as what? I had a conversation with God that if I win the election, I'll do what? I'll build a cathedral in honor of his name. Was it a national project? Was it in the MPP manifesto? Was it part and parcel of the manifesto they campaigned on? It wasn't. It was a personal pledge. So he owes responsibility to us to explain how monies have been spent. If they are not prepared to question him, they should question President Baumia, Vice President Baumia, to tell us what he knew about this project. This is causing financial loss to the state. Even let's put aside the monies that have been invested in. All those properties that were broken down. Do you know how much it cost? Some of those properties are in the UK, what do they call it? They are listed buildings. Listed buildings from a colonial time, which shows history of this country. He broke all down. For what? A hole? A hole?
A cathedral.
And it's a hole. Do you have a cathedral at the end? Is there a cathedral standing there? Is there a foundation of a cathedral standing there? Is there? Can Ghanaians say, if for nothing at all, we have one-room cathedral on that land? Absolutely nothing. And then what? We sit and we fold our arms and say, oh, President Akufo Addo has no responsibility. He has massive responsibility and he should be questioned about it. Because it is absolutely wrong to cause such financial loss to the state and we keep quiet. If I were Vice President Baumia wanting to stand for president of this country, that would be the first place, the first thing I would try as much as possible to clarify. Because he was part of government. He's the only one who can walk into the president's office without an appointment. Only one. And is he trying to tell us that when all this was going on, he absolutely said nothing about it? He didn't know anything about it? So what is your responsibility as a vice president? This is a lot of money. You are now saying from 58 to what?
97 million.
$97 million
Dollars.
US dollars. That could have built good schools, good hospitals for the people of Ghana. And we are keeping quiet because personalities are bigger than the law in this country. Something should be done. We shouldn't leave it just like that. That there was wuru-wuru in the thing.
There was what?
Wuru-wuru.
What is wuru-wuru?
Go to Nigeria, they'll tell you what wuru-wuru is. There was underhand business in the thing. Because right now, we are looking for who? Kenuforiata. Where is he? They say he's not well. And because he's not well, we can't question him. President Akufo Addo, he has immunity. So, we can still question him, but nobody will dare approach him.
Why you think?
Let the Attorney General take it up.
Right.
Let the Attorney General take it up and question, because if it were me, would they not question me? Would they not put me in? Would they not say, Kwam Janto, how did you spend XYZ? So what is different? Is anybody who has been given, who has been voted into power, are they much more higher and better than we, the citizens of Ghana? What does the Constitution say about the citizens of Ghana?
Inti nkrofo a aban no bubu omo japade no e wasa aban ni tu omo ka a Minister for Government Communication Felix Ochiremu a omo yo omo estimation no ebusia additional $58 million na wan hwa ye be cost na che say even asase na nkasa so no 15 acres no we wo ton a yes keketwa je say ni na no kekebo mu a me the figures no ya for madwemu because said omo gbeska no enya cedi so dollars bim dollars e wo so kire wadwe mame wo comment section ho na share video we ma afoforo so nsenka bi me di Kojo Black makra